Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a mukbang. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Mukbang. I don't even know how you say it. But I'm going to be doing a mukbang, and I'm basically going to be talking to you guys about how nursing school has been going for me, for any of you guys that were wondering and stuff like that. So if you guys do want to know how nursing school has gone, then please keep on watching. Okay, you guys. So I went to go pick up Chick-fil-A, and I already have it here. I was eating some, I was trying one of the TikTok hacks, which was like, chicken nuggets with fries, buffalo, and ranch, and it's bomb. Like, if you guys have a Chick-fil-A near you, go get yourself some chicken nuggets, some fries, and add buffalo sauce and ranch and mix it together, and it's bomb. Like, it was my first time, trying it. And I was like, I really don't like buffalo sauce, because I'm not, I'm not a spicy kind of person, even though, I'm Hispanic and stuff. But, I was like, I don't like buffalo sauce. So I tried it, and it was bomb. I was eating it right now. So let's get on to basically how nursing school has gone for me. It's been rough, difficult, and overwhelming because of all the work that you have to do, all the time that you have to put into study, and basically trying to be positive. So I got some Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm going to be eating it with the rest of my chicken nuggets. But basically, like how I said, let's start from, the beginning. I think the first 2 weeks of nursing school was, like, really hard for me, just because, I was trying to figure out how I was going to study. I was going to have time, to do home duties, and then basically, try to be with family and stuff. But I finally think I have it figured down. So we'll see how it goes on for, like, the rest of the semester. And if you did watch my plan with me video, then you probably know that February is going to be a crazy month for me, just because I have an exam every week of February. So, it's hard so far, like, I'm not gonna lie. I did have my first exam for pharmacology, and it went well. I did film that in one of my vlogs, so I really do not know if it's going to be after this video or before you guys even watch this. But my first pharmacology exam went good. And one thing that I noticed after my pharmacology exam was everybody huddled together, going over answers and asking each other for their grades. And me personally, I didn't really tell anyone what my grade was. I only told one person. And I was just like, why are we asking each other, like, what we got? Or like, why are we comparing each other? Why are we comparing our grades, to each other? And me personally, like, I never really tell nobody my grades, just because, like, I feel like grades shouldn't really reflect on how you are as a person, just because, like, you never know, like, what has been going on in that person's life, if they get anxiety during the test, or like their study habits, or if they don't retain their information, stuff like that. And I feel like we shouldn't really, be comparing ourselves when it comes to grades, and stuff like that. But I feel like that's how it was for the first pharmacology exam. Everyone was asking each other for their grades and stuff like that, and I was just like, I don't even know why we're doing this. Like, it's not a competition. Like, who's gonna be getting, straight A's in nursing school or whatever. Like, you never know if the person that strives to get straight A's doesn't really understand, like, the clinical type of, like, the clinical portion, if that makes sense. Or like people that are getting C's, like, they having a hard time understanding theory versus, the clinical experience, if that makes sense. So, like, it kind of, goes hand in hand with those two. So yeah, that's how it was for, like, the first exam. And I was just like, this is not a competition. Like, I thought it was just a competition like when you were trying to apply to nursing school. So I did go talk to one of my instructors yesterday for pharmacology, and I was talking to her on how I can improve on my exam scores and stuff like that, and to see if she had any pointers. She was really helpful. She was really positive, which I really liked. And I feel like in nursing school, like, you just need, like, to try to stay positive. Like, we're all, like, all trying, to stay positive in nursing school. We're gonna have some negative feelings and stuff like that. And it's like normal, like to have like your negative days, to not feel like motivated to study. That's how I felt for this. I'm feeling for this health assessment exam. It's my first exam for health assessment is tomorrow. And basically, I've been feeling really negative, and I told my instructor that I wasn't ready for my health assessment exam. Like, I straight up told her, like, because she asked me, she's like, oh, how are you today? And I was just like, I'm really stressing for this health assessment exam. And she was telling me that class is really difficult for students. So I was just like, I know I'm going to struggle in this class. Like, I know I'm going to struggle for health assessment. She was giving me some pointers and stuff like that. And I was telling her that I read this book, The Test for Success book by Davis. And I barely started to read it. Like, I procrastinated on not reading it and stuff like that. But it was like, really, really positive. It has some like breathing exercises, which, helps. I'm hoping to do those tomorrow. And my instructor did tell me to exercise the day before. She told me to exercise the day of your exam to relieve the anxiety and the stress. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and tonight, So when I have to go take this exam, I'm ready. I don't feel anxiety, none of that. And like, I overthink the question, because that's what happens, majority of the time. So, I'm just gonna try some. Do you guys want some? I was actually craving Chick-fil-A for like a while now. Ever since I told myself that I was gonna give myself this meal after my pharmacology exam, and that was like last week. And then I was like, I really owe it to myself on this, like, meal or whatever. So I got it. But yeah, that's how it's been for pharmacology. My instructor gave me some pointers for the next exam, was telling me how to improve my score and stuff. Like, who can I go to? I can go to her. She'll help me out. And what to focus on for the next exam, which I really liked. If I had any questions, to tell her. And once I've started nursing school, basically they told us that the advisors are there for us if we're struggling. The instructors are there for us if we are really struggling. They will help us out. Like, they don't want us to fail. And that's like one good thing, that your instructors really care about you not wanting to fail nursing school. Mostly more because it's the first semester of nursing school. Like, it's stressful, like how we said, it's difficult. We're all trying to figure out a way to study for this class and stuff like that. So I feel like that's why they tell us that. And it's a good thing, just because it's way different than studying for prereqs. And like in prereqs, we were like just memorize everything, and then we go take the test, and then like we're done. But for like nursing classes, it's not like that. Like, you actually have to study and know what you're actually studying, not just memorizing everything, and like not wondering if it's gonna come back or not. But like, it is going to come back. And basically, like the material goes off of what you previously learned. Health assessment, on another hand, is just a hard class. I'm not gonna lie. I read the textbook, I read the PowerPoints, and I feel like I still do not know anything. This class is mostly more like physical assessments and stuff. And if any of you guys were wondering what health assessment is, and basically, like, we're learning all of that in lab. I really enjoy lab. My instructor for lab is amazing. I love her. She always gives me some pointers and stuff like that. And which I really like. My instructors, giving us pointers and telling us like, what we can improve and stuff. It's just a lot of lab papers. Like, we have 7 lab papers due every Sunday. And you know, it's a lot. 2 papers for each one. I think I did talk about this to you guys in like one of my vlogs where I showed you guys like all my lab work and stuff. And basically, yeah, that's how it is. We do have S bars and stuff like that, but I feel like they'll get easier and I just have to get the hang of it, you know, improving and stuff like that for that class. It's just, you know, like the theory that's difficult because like there's no really way to study for it. So if any of you guys are taking health assessment, let me know down below in the comments how you guys are studying for that class, because you know, I am struggling, like I'm not gonna lie. So what was I gonna say? Self-care. Yes, don't forget to do self-care, you guys. I put it off doing, you know, self-care and stuff. Like I had 2 weeks not cleaning my room, you guys. Like I know, really personal or whatever. Was in school, nursing school started, and like I feel like I had no time to do nothing. And then like I really thought about it yesterday, and I was just like, you know what? I need to clean this room. I need to do my eyebrows. I need to pluck them. I need to do a mask. And this morning I woke up and I felt like relieved, if that makes sense. I felt like, you know, relieved, and I feel like so motivated to get up or whatever. Like, and I did not study at all yesterday just because like I just did not feel like studying. And I feel like, you know, it was a good thing just because, you know, I woke up today and I was like, yes, I'm gonna study. Like I cannot wait to study and stuff like that. Which, you know, was a good thing. I didn't have class today for farm. So, you know, take a day to do some self-care. No matter how busy you are, just take at least like, you know, an hour, 2 hours to do a face mask, to watch some YouTube videos, to watch Netflix or whatever, or, you know, to go talk to your loved ones and stuff like that. That's like another thing. Also, like, you know, make time during like the week to, you know, be with your loved ones and stuff like that. For me it's on Sundays. We usually like everyone's off that day, so you know, I'm here in the morning, so I'm basically here in the kitchen, you know, still doing homework but still, you know, talking to them and stuff like that. And you know, like once I'm done, like I take the rest of that day off, you know, to be with them. So, you know, at first it was hard, but then I just told myself like I really need some time away from homework and not to be, you know, stressing so much about it. And you know, I feel like it's helped. And also like how I've been studying for pharmacology. I just did Quizlet, but for this upcoming exam, it's gonna be like we're gonna start learning how to drugs in depth and stuff like that. I know one is the immune system and the other one is the nervous system. I do have the Kathy Parks pharmacology cards. I was looking over last night what medications were gonna be on my exam. So I just took out the cards and I just have them on my desk to prepare myself, you know, like, you know, to prepare myself, you guys know, to like, you know, I was preparing myself for exam 2. For health assessment, I've been reading the textbook. I wrote notes. I've been doing a lot of prep use, and I feel like that's what's been helping me. And I wrote like a review sheet of all the pages that I need to go back to in each chapter. And then once I'm done doing that, I'll go back and, you know, do more and more practice questions for this class, because there's really no way to like really study for health assessment. I've just been doing a lot of prep use, and I feel like that's what also has been helping me. And you know, I feel like in nursing school it's all about doing practice questions, which, you know, it has been helping me, just so like, you know, doing all these practice questions so I can, you know, familiarize myself with like, you know, how to do NCLEX style questions and stuff like that, because it's hard. Like you have to like really like, you know, like what is this question really asking. So like at first, you know, it's hard just because, you know, sometimes you read the question super fast and you're like, oh, I think it's this, but then like you read the question once again and you're like, so what is this question really asking? Like what are the signs and symptoms? Like what is it asking? Like literally in the question, like it will tell you, if that makes sense. but we'll see how it is for this health assessment exam. It's 45 questions and then we only have 55 minutes to complete this exam. So we'll see how that goes. I'll update you guys on how, you know, that goes in my vlogs and stuff like that. So if you guys do have any recommendations on any videos that you guys do want to see, let me know down below in the comments, and let me know if you guys want to see couponing videos. I've been, you know, putting that off. I haven't really, you know, couponed like how I used to, mostly more, you know, in nursing school and stuff like that, but mostly more since, you know, I started nursing school and stuff like that, because you need like a day to like really dedicate yourself on how to coupon, you know, figure out what deals you're gonna do, and you need to buy the newspaper and stuff like that. So, you know, let me know down below in the comments if you guys want to see couponing videos and stuff like that, like, you know, what deals to look out for. So, you know, nursing school, you know, it's been crazy and stuff like that. It's overwhelming at times, you know, with all the work that you have to do. Like, you have to keep track and make a checklist on things or homework assignments that you want to do every day, like when are you going to study and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, it's helpful and stuff, you know, to keep up with your checklist. A plan is your best friend. And, you know, if any of you guys are planning to nursing school already, because I'm guessing the applications is like around February through like May, for any of you guys that are going to be applying in fall, you know, good luck. And, you know, if we don't get accepted the first time, just keep reapplying and don't give up, you guys, because let me tell you, it's like if you get into nursing school after so many attempts, then, you know, you made it. Like, once you're in nursing school, you will see that you went through all that stress. You will see that you went through all that stress on finishing all those prereqs to, like, you know, see as an accomplishment that you're in nursing school already, if that makes sense. That's one of like my advice that my pharmacology advisor was telling, my pharmacology instructor was telling me, that, you know, I struggled, you know, to finish all my prereqs, get perfect grades, do my entrance exam in order for me, you know, to get into nursing school. And that's like, you know, one of the hardest steps, and, you know, that's like one step on to, you know, becoming a nurse and stuff like that. So just wanted, you know, to let you guys know about that. And of course, don't give up and stuff like that. But yeah, so I think that is going to be all for this mukbang. I know it was short and simple. I didn't really eat in this mukbang just because I can't really eat and talk, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping you guys did enjoy this video, and if, like how I said, if you guys do have any questions regarding anything, don't be afraid, you know, to email me, DM me on Instagram, and, you know, yeah, of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.